The NBA rumor mill is spinning at full speed, and once again, Kevin Durant finds himself at the center of the storm. The future Hall of Famer, one of the most prolific scorers the league has ever seen, appears to be on the move once more. As reports intensify, the former MVP reportedly has his eyes set on a new chapter, and the preferred destinations are as intriguing as they are strategic. According to multiple sources, including Jake Fisher of the Stein Line, Durant views the Houston Rockets and San Antonio Spurs as highly appealing trade destinations. Yes, you read that right. Two of the Western Conference's most dynamic rebuilding projects are now potentially in the driver's seat for one of the game's most iconic talents. It is widely presumed, furthermore, that landing with the Spurs or Rockets in Texas is highly appealing to the player himself, Fisher wrote, signaling a seismic potential shift in the power balance of the West. But those aren't the only teams Durant is reportedly interested in. ESPN's Shams Charania added another name to the list, one that shouldn't surprise anyone familiar with Durant's past flirtations, the Miami Heat. According to Charania, the Suns have informed 6 to 8 teams with serious interest that they will pursue the best possible return for the franchise, regardless of Durant's preferred destinations. In other words, Phoenix is preparing to run this on their own terms, even if it means ignoring the wishes of one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. Durant's time in Phoenix, it seems, is rapidly nearing its end. Dwayne Rankin of the Arizona Republic reported Friday that a trade is expected in the coming days, citing sources from around the league. KD's time in the desert, though short-lived, may be over before it ever truly found rhythm. Charania, appearing on the Pat McAfee Show, identified the Rockets, Heat, and Minnesota Timberwolves as the three teams currently leading the charge in Durant's sweepstakes. While Durant may dream of pairing with young stars like Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio or joining Ime Udoka's rising Rockets squad, the Suns have no obligation to send him where he wants. Fisher reinforced that point, noting, "League sources say that the Suns have also signaled to potential suitors that they very well could opt in the end for a trade that doesn't dispatch Durant to one of his preferred landing spots." The 15-time All-Star is entering the final year of his current contract, which will pay him a staggering $54.7 million per Spotrac. But the financials don't stop there. According to Yahoo Sports' Andy Backstrom, Durant would be eligible to sign a 2-year extension worth up to $122 million beginning July 6th, presumably with whatever team lands him. Despite being on the verge of turning 37, Durant still looks like a top-tier offensive weapon. Last season, he averaged 26.6 points on a blistering 52.7% shooting clip, to go along with 6.0 rebounds and 4.2 assists per game. He's not the same defensive presence he was in his prime, but offensively, KD remains an unsolvable riddle for opposing defenses. That kind of production at his age is rare and coveted, which is why teams across the league, from established contenders to ambitious rebuilders, are doing whatever it takes to position themselves in the Durant Derby. So let's break this down. Why the Spurs? Victor Wembanyama. That's the answer. Pairing Durant with the most hyped prospect since LeBron James could be a generational move for San Antonio. With Greg Popovich still guiding the ship and a young core already in place, adding KD could instantly accelerate the Spurs' timeline and turn them into a Western Conference threat. Why the Rockets? Ime Udoka has Houston playing with purpose again. With emerging stars like Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, and Amen Thompson, and the recent addition of veteran guidance from Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks, Durant could be the final piece in a team poised to leap from rebuilding to competing. The Rockets have cap flexibility, young talent, and picks, everything Phoenix might want in return. Why the Heat? Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra know how to handle stars. Durant has long admired the Heat's culture, and joining forces with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo could finally bring KD back to the NBA Finals. Miami has the win-now mindset and the playoff pedigree to give Durant one last deep run before he hangs it up. Wild cards? Don't count out the Timberwolves, Clippers, or even the Raptors, teams with enough assets to make Phoenix think twice. Minnesota, in particular, has a fascinating mix of young talent and tradable contracts that could intrigue the Suns. Still, the ultimate outcome hinges on how Phoenix prioritizes its return package. Will they honor Durant's preferences, or will they send him wherever the best offer lies?